Good morning. I'm Jen Amos at Weiss Research.
I'm Andy Myers, and this is your morning market update for Friday, March 25th. Stocks are rising again as investors focus on corporate earnings and economic data over continued concerns about the global markets. Gross domestic product for the fourth quarter was revised up to 3.1% versus an earlier estimate of 2.8% growth. Meanwhile, a key measure of inflation within the report was revised lower, although it does not include food and energy prices. Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta President Dennis Lockhart said today that the recent spike in those prices won't last. He also defended the central bank against charges that it's oblivious to rising day-to-day inflation, but said the Fed should focus on headline numbers that include food and gasoline costs.
Speaking of energy prices, crude oil is holding steady near $106 a barrel after NATO agreed to take over responsibility for enforcing the no-fly zone over Libya. Analysts say oil prices are unlikely to drop much as long as the tensions across North Africa and the Middle East persist. But prices could go even higher if protests disrupt supply from another oil-exporting nation. Philip Isherwood, an equity strategist at Evolution Securities, said that rising oil prices act as a tax on developed economies and an inflationary threat in developing markets. They could threaten to derail the global economic recovery, but he said they won't necessarily lead to another recession.
On the corporate front, we're keeping an eye on shares of Oracle. Right now, it's gaining 4% to a 52-week high after reporting a 76% jump in fiscal third quarter profit. Oracle's sales also topped estimates thanks to strong corporate demand and solid results from its new hardware business. The company also raised its quarterly dividend and said the earthquake and tsunami in Japan won't have much effect on its bottom line.
Another technology stock is moving in the opposite direction this morning. Research in Motion is tumbling more than 10%, despite strong earnings and sales of its BlackBerry smartphones. Investors are instead focusing on its disappointing outlook for the current quarter. Research in Motion said a shift in consumer preference toward its lower-end products is weighing on results. The company also blamed higher expenses related to the launch of its Playbook tablet computer, which goes on sale next month. That's the latest from Weiss Research. Have a great trading day and a fabulous weekend.